We're back with another banger, top 10 distractions and practical ways to stay focused. Because in this world we are living in, it is so easy to get pulled away from the main goals you want to achieve in life. And if you want to be big and be the person who can say, I told you so, I knew it was going to be great, the best way to do that is by getting focused. But because we live in a world that's full of distractions, we gotta understand what we're up against so that when distractions do pop up, we can say, oh no, I know you are, and not let them pull you away from what truly matters. So we're gonna get right into this. If you don't know who I am, my name is Faith. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So before we can even get into distractions, the top 10 distractions, let's understand the law of focus. Now this is something that's really important. So law of focus, this means energy flows where attention goes. So the law of focus, which was created by Albert Einstein, means that whatever you focus your attention on, you will give energy to, and it will expand in your life. This is basic. This is nothing new, I know, but that does not diminish the importance of the law. So for example, the only reason I'm able to fill up notebooks by hand, create hours worth of content, and even teach myself how to juggle is all because I focus on those things long enough to see its growth. I put focus on those things, alright? And even right now, the only reason you're watching this video is because I spent hours learning about focus and distractions, then writing out the script, putting all the slides together, adding the graphics, and boom, here we are with this complete guidebook, all thanks to the law of focus. And I'm using the law of focus right now as we speak by recording this video. This is probably going to be 30 to 45 minutes long. And once I'm done with this, I'm going to apply law of focus again to edit the video and then rewatch it to make sure it's okay, and then upload it onto YouTube. I'm completing all of this stuff because I know the law of focus, right? And the same law applies to you. When it comes to any goal you want to reach, whether that's starting a business, writing a book, losing weight, getting in shape, improving your skills, making more friends, the only way you can achieve those goals is by placing energy into it. Because energy is what brings life to your intentions. But the only way to harness that energy and bring good things into your life is through focus, right? You have to focus on building a business, writing a book, losing weight, getting in shape, and so forth, right? And again, this is nothing new. You know that if you want to reach your goals, you gotta focus on it, right? We all know that. This is not some big revelation. The only problem is, in this day and age, like I was saying in the beginning, the ability to focus on anything is becoming increasingly harder. It's become the norm to not focus, and definitely the norm to not focus for long amounts of time. Now, think about it. How many people do you know personally who can sit and focus on one thing for an hour straight without checking the phone, opening up new tabs on the computer, or just plain getting up? Because for me, I don't have that many people who can do that. I used to be somebody who couldn't do that. Now the problem is becoming so widespread that books like Deep Work, Hyperfocus, and The Power of Focus are popping up left and right to address this issue and help people focus. But why is it so hard to focus? Why can't we keep our attention on the things that matter long enough to see it grow? One word: distractions. Distractions are the biggest killers to focus, and thus the biggest killer to achieving your goals. If you cannot focus, you never reach your goals, alright? Distractions will stop you from focusing. Now, distractions hurt you in two ways. One, they stop you from working on what matters, which keeps you from reaching your goals. And two, they drain your mental energy. Most people don't think about this, but distractions drain your mental energy, leaving you feeling lazy, exhausted, and unable to do anything productive. So for instance, imagine that to reach your goals, you have to build a brick wall, right? So you've got a ton of bricks laying around, and all you gotta do is pick one up, put it down, and repeat the process until your brick wall form, right? So if you were focused, you had a brick wall done in no time, plain and simple. So in other terms, if you're focused, you have your goal done, because the goal is to build a brick wall. But what would happen if you were distracted? Let's say you grab the brick, but then you get the urge to check your phone. So the distraction catches you, and you place the brick down to get on your phone. After scrolling for a bit, you decide to focus back on building the brick or working to achieve your goals. You pick the brick up, but then you start thinking about food. So now you just gotta get something to eat. So you put the brick down and look for food. After an hour, you get back to work. You pick the brick up again, but then another distraction pops up. Then another and another and another. Every time you get started on building that wall, a distraction pulls you away from it, ensuring the wall never gets built. But that's not all that happens. Let's say after getting distracted left and right, you decide, you know what? I'm really gonna focus. You're really gonna focus, and you're gonna lock in and build that wall. Only this time, you just don't feel like it. It's hard to concentrate. the quality of laid down bricks are horrible, and you're not making much progress. Or process. Yeah, progress. I don't know why I put process. But anyway, why is this? This is because every distraction you deal with comes at a cost. Every time you lose focus and switch gears to something else, your mental energy gets taxed until eventually you run out. And once you're out, you can kiss your productivity, concentration, and overall energy goodbye. Now, the idea of building that brick wall, aka working on your goals, seems impossible because the pileup of distractions has left you drained and mentally exhausted. Most people don't realize how taxing distractions are and how important it is to conserve their mental energy. Because even the simplest task can feel 10 times harder when the mental capacity is running on empty, and once that happens, your ambitious plans for productive, progressive day vanish into thin air. Which explains why, after scrolling on your phone for hours and constantly filling your mind with new content, distractions, you find it impossible to just get up and do the work that'll change your life. Well, now you know why. The distractions lower your mental energy, right? So distractions don't just take you away from the work you're doing, it lowers your energy, and when your energy is low, you're not going to feel like doing the work. And that's why it's so important to not only stay focused, but to conserve your mental energy, because once that's gone, you're not going to be productive. You're not going to feel like it. You're going to feel lazy. You're not going to have energy. So if you're serious about reaching your goals, you have to be more protective over your mental energy. Otherwise, you'll never feel like doing the things you know you should be doing. And the best way to protect your mental energy is by getting rid of distractions that drain it. Without distractions, you can successfully stay focused on things that matter, keep your mental energy intact, and see real growth and change in your life. And before we even get a little bit deeper, while you're focused on your work, you're still going to be taxing your mental energy, right? As you go on throughout the day, your energy levels, your willpower, everything is going to slowly be drained down. That's okay, because you want to drain your energy doing things that matter rather than draining it by getting distracted left and right and then wondering why you're not making progress in your life, right? That's why we sleep. We sleep to replenish our energy, and when our energy is full, then we use that energy on things that truly matter. If you're sitting around letting your energy go away to all these distractions, you're not going to change your life, right? Now here's the kicker. You don't have to stay focused 24/7 all day. If you can achieve deep focus for 2 to 3 hours a day, which anyone can, you will see huge gains of progress on your goals while still having plenty of time to live your life. Meaning, you don't have to be a workaholic, non-stop grinder to achieve greatness. You just need to focus deeply for a few hours every day, and you will join the small group of people who actually achieve great things. So, if you're ready to keep distractions to the side and tap into the focus that'll make your life 10 times better, please get rid of all distractions. I know, ironic that I'm saying this. Get out of TikTok, turn on Instagram, turn on Do Not Disturb, put this video on full screen mode, go somewhere quiet, and pay full attention to this video. By the end of this video, you'll know the top 10 most common distractions holding you back, and exactly how to get around them for greater success in your life, alright? Real quick, I was editing the video and I realized there was something I didn't mention, which is, as you go on to this video, I'm gonna give you 10 distractions, right? The top common distractions and ways to eliminate them. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by that big number. Just find the distractions that are most relevant to you, that you struggle with the most, which we're going to cover in this video, and then use the tools to get rid of those distractions, right? So you don't have to know all 10 distractions. Just know the distractions that bother you the most, and then get rid of them. And then if more distractions pop up, you can come back to this video and you can learn what needs to get done. Also, I'm going to have the guidebook in the description, so if you want to get this guidebook and have access to it, then just check out the description, and it'll be below my book call application. The application also is if you want to work with me. If you're frustrated with not using your potential and you want to start wasting your time and start achieving your goals, then that book call application will be there for you. But regardless, we're gonna get back to the video. I just wanted to put that little nugget in. Don't feel overwhelmed by all the distractions. Just find what matters most to you, what impacts you the most, and then eliminate those, alright? So distraction number 1 is entertainment. Your phone, social media, TV, and video games are the most common distractions that can easily ruin any chance for a productive, goal-driven day. Think about all the information your brain is working to process as you keep scrolling, watching TV, and playing quick changing video games. All that stimulation drains your mental energy, especially when you get stuck on it for hours. So here are some practical solutions you can follow to tame this distraction. Number 1, airplane mode. When you go to sleep, put your phone in airplane mode and clear all notifications. So that way, when you wake up in the morning, you habitually check your phone. I do it too. Like we are primed to check our phone in the morning. So when you put your phone in airplane mode and you get rid of all the notifications, there's not going to be anything interesting catch your attention. And when you like randomly click on social media, you won't be able to access it because you have the internet. So this is going to give you a chance to start your morning without your phone. It's going to give you that pause to say, oh, wait a second, I shouldn't be doing this. And then you can put your phone away. If not, and if you don't do that, it'll be easy for you wake up, go on your phone, and immediately you start scrolling. And there's no chance, there's no space to say, oh, I shouldn't do this, because your phone, the apps in your phone are made to be addictive. So when you tap onto that screen, onto that social media, onto the video game, whatever it is you check immediately, you are fighting with scientists who are working to get you, to keep you on that phone. But if you keep your airplane mode on, and you tap on that thing, it's not going to immediately pull you because you can't. And that's going to give you that small space to say, oh wait, I should actually get focused on what matters to me. And that's literally what I do. I keep my phone in airplane mode because I can't charge myself. If my phone is not in airplane mode, I'm going to check something. And I'm going to be on my phone longer than I need to be. And that's going to drain my mental energy first thing in the morning. Number 2, set rules, right? This is the second strategy for taming the entertainment distraction. So to strike a balance between entertainment and productivity, make rules for yourself. You're allowed to make rules for yourself, right? Create time slots for when entertainment is off limits. So examples include refraining from TV until 1 p.m. or giving yourself an hour before engaging with your phone in the morning. These rules empower you to take control of your day, one intentional choice at a time. And I have that rule where, like, first thing in the morning, first hour, I'm not allowed to take my phone. Do I always follow that rule? Now that I have airplane mode on, I do. But when I didn't have airplane mode on, I didn't. So you can use both these tools. Put airplane mode on, so you won't get sucked into your phone, and have rules for yourself. So you know when you're going to be getting on your phone, when you can get on those things, and then there are times when you're going to be doing focus on something and you cannot let yourself get entertainment. And that's what I do. Like right now, I am not allowed to get on my phone right now because I'm doing deep work. This is a rule for me. And so until I finish this video, I can't do anything entertaining. So I'm more motivated to do this so I can get on my phone and do what I want. Number 3, schedule a day. A well-structured schedule is your secret weapon. I'm not kidding. It's your secret weapon against falling prey to mindless distractions. So fill your day with more productive activities that hold your interest, leaving little room for mindless entertainment. And if you don't know how to schedule your day, I have a video on how to schedule. Go check that out on my channel, alright? So when you have meaningful work to do planned out on the schedule, you'll find yourself effortlessly steering clear of the endless loop of TV and social media. So if you look at the schedule, where do you see me scheduling in, being on my phone, watching TV, playing a game? You don't. Because when you're scheduling, when you get into the habit of scheduling, you're not going to sit there and think, what should I do from 2 to 3 p.m.? Oh, I know, I'll watch TV. You're not going to do that. You're going to say, oh, I want to do something more productive for my time. And that's what scheduling allows you to do. The only reason I'm able to spend more time off my phone is because I schedule things in that does not allow me to get on my phone. Literally. Number 4, make it harder. Use resistance to entertainment habits to make them less appealing. Place your TV in the closet, stay logged out of social media accounts, and lock away your game controller in the trunk of your car. I don't have TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube downloaded on my phone. I gave my TV away. I gave my video game away. I did this stuff to make it harder for me to just get sucked into entertainment. So you don't have to go as extreme as me, but that is a tool you can use if you get sucked into entertainment, these distractions. You can make it harder for yourself to get into that. So by making it harder to access these distractions, you're nudging yourself toward more constructive activities. As humans, we tend to choose the path of least resistance, aka we tend to be lazy. And with a simple trick, you'll be well on your way to a more productive lifestyle. Before I gave my video game away, I did this one thing where I put my video game controller in the top of my closet, as far back as I could get it. And that stopped me from really playing the game as much because I didn't feel like going in that closet to get the controller. So it made it easier for me to say, okay, whatever. I'll just go for a walk, or I'll just read, or I'll just do some work, right? Number 5, go extreme. And this is something I literally just talked about. Sometimes going to the extremes is the most effective solution. Take the bold step of getting rid of your TV, video games, social media accounts, unless they're essential for business. But even then, you can do away with them. Out of sight truly becomes out of mind, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. This cleansing act creates space for personal growth and opens doors to new experience. It truly does. Like, if you can go extreme and just get rid of those entertaining things, you are going to be forced to figure out what can you do with your time. You're going to be bored. And that's the best recipe for success. If nobody ever told you that. If you're not bored, you're not going to be successful, okay? So the strategy number 2 is a wandering mind. Okay, so picture this. You sit down to work, determined to be productive, but your mind has other plans. It's wandering in a million different directions, making it possible to stay focused. You're not alone. Countless others deal with this frustrating issue. The battle with your mind can drain your mental energy, leaving you feeling defeated and unproductive. So here's some practical ways to control your wandering mind and harness your focus. Number 1 is daily meditation. I highly suggest daily meditation. Like, this will calm your mind down. You can do 5 minutes a day. This will definitely calm your mind down. So, meditation teaches you awareness and separates you from the mind. It shows you how to stop fighting with your mind, breathe, and let your thoughts pass by. The next time you're doing focused work and your mind decides to roam, practice taking deep breaths and focusing only on the breath. By turning your focus to the breath, which you can learn how to do a lot faster if you practice meditation, you allow your thoughts to pass, allowing you to get back to your work with a clear and focused mind. Number 2, use urgency. Create a sense of urgency with a countdown timer you can easily see. As the seconds tick away, your mind registers that it's time to buckle down and focus, which means no more room for procrastinating or mind wandering. The timer keeps you accountable. And this is something I've done, right? I would have a timer like in the tab in my corner. So when I was writing, whenever I felt like, oh, I don't want to write, and I would start thinking, like my mind would start wandering, I would just look at that timer and say, oh shoot, I only have 30 minutes. I need to go ahead and get focused. So the timer will keep you accountable because like you're not going to be doing this forever. So you can stay focused. You can stay focused on this work for this short amount of time because you know it's not going to be forever. Number 3, recharge and refocus. Sometimes a wandering mind is a sign of a tired brain needing a break. Don't be too hard on yourself. Treat yourself to well-deserved breaks instead, right? So sometimes your mind will wander. You just gotta recharge, and you can come back and be focused again. So step outside for a breath of fresh air, immerse yourself in calming music, or get a drink of water. You'll be amazed how a simple break can quiet the chaos and rejuvenate your focus. Alright, so I'm not saying don't take breaks. You can definitely take breaks if your mind is wandering, because that might be a sign you need a break, right? Number 4, thoughts on paper. When your mind is racing, put pen to paper. Writing without judgment or structure allows your mind to spill its chaos. Write until you have no more thoughts to write, which will signal that you're ready to get back to work with a clear and focused mind. Alright, so the first 2 distractions were entertainment and a wandering mind. Now, distraction number 3 is emotions. So it's hard to focus when experiencing emotions like sadness, anger, or overexcitement in the food. In the title of scripture, I probably said that word wrong. There's a story about Zhuangzi, a nervous archer who shot perfectly during practice, but flopped in tournaments where the stakes and emotions were raised. The emotional state of the archer affected his focus and performance, and so will yours. To stay focused on your task, you need to embrace a state similar to flow, where there's no thought, no feelings, no self, and it all starts with better managing your emotions. So here's tips on how. Number 1, acknowledge the problem. When emotions threaten to derail your focus, don't ignore them or force yourself to work through them. Instead, take the time to address and understand what's bothering you. Because, yes, sometimes you can get through emotions, but most of the time it's better to just address them. And then because a lot of times, like, I'll procrastinate on things. And that's just an emotional problem. And when I find myself procrastinating, I just say, what am I feeling right now? And the minute I acknowledge that emotion and try to understand it, then I'm able to go ahead and get started on the work I'm procrastinating on. Because I know what's stopping me. I know, like, sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'm afraid I'm not going to do this right. Okay, well, that doesn't matter. All that matters is it gets done. Or I'll be like, I'm stressed because there's so much work to do. Okay, well, then I'll break it down. You feel me? Like, once you acknowledge the emotion behind it, it makes it easier to figure out a plan to get around it and to get focused on what matters. So write in a journal, talk to a trusted friend, or practice mindfulness to identify the root cause of your emotions. Taking care of your well-being will pave the way for a clear mind and enhanced focus. Number 2, workout. Emotions can leave us with pent-up energy that demands release. Next time you're highly aroused by something, do a quick workout to release that energy. When you turn to work, you'll find you're more mellowed out and able to focus deeper and longer. This is another tactic I use. If it's hard for me to focus and I'm feeling emotional, I will go for a run. When I come back, it's like a switch has been flipped and I'm able to just focus on the work again. 3. Emotional IQ. Learning more about emotions and how they affect your focus is a game changer. A book I highly suggest you reading if you want to learn more about your emotions is Addicted to the Monkey Mind. I forget the author name. Or, what was the name? What was it called? I can't remember it. If I remember, I'll type it up. I'll put it on the screen. But, Chimp Paradox. Something like that. I'll put it on the screen. But the more knowledgeable you are about your emotions, the easier you can manage them when they try to derail your focus. So read books and watch videos on emotional intelligence. You'll learn tactics for dealing with emotions that you can use to stay locked in and focus on your work. Number 4, embrace stoicism. If you don't know what stoicism is, I dare you to go read into it. Like, look into that, because that will change your life, right? So stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches us the art of non-reactivity, aka not becoming emotional. Now, this doesn't mean suppressing emotions. It's about understanding them and making conscious choices. So emotional, I don't feel like working out, so I won't. Unemotional, I don't feel like working, but I still will. I'm gonna say I don't feel like working, but regardless. Emotional, I'm angry, so I'm going to yell. Unemotional, I'm feeling anger, but I will remain calm and not raise my voice. Emotional, I'm bored, I'm gonna check my phone. Unemotional, this work is getting boring, but I stay focused and complete it. So you seeing the difference right now? When you practice stoicism, you acknowledge your emotions, but you don't let them control your actions. This empowers you to work through any emotional turbulence and remain focused on your top priorities. Alright, distraction number 4, notifications. Notifications, it's like a digital symphony that tempts us like squirrels to a dog. The minute you hear that ding, you're like, oh, what is this? And you get distracted, right? So the chimes, rings, and bells constantly demand our immediate attention, pulling us away from the task at hand into a sea of distractions. So it's time to regain control and silence this disruptive distraction. And here's some tips on how. Number 1, simple. Turn off your notifications, right? Turn off all notifications on your phone, or at least the ones that don't deserve your attention, and put your phone on do not disturb mode. So a notification from Instagram isn't important. You can silence that. A text from your group chat isn't important. That can be silenced. Practice being very selective about what you let through on your phone. For me, the only thing that gets through on my phone is nothing. When I'm on deep work and I'm focused on what matters, nothing can get through to me. Because you need to be, this is the type of, you need to be so protective over your mental energy. Distractions are so disruptive when it comes to reaching your goals and putting in your best efforts. Now you might be wondering, what about emergencies? When's the last time you had to deal with a big emergency that needed your attention immediately? For most people, not much. A massive fire is not going to break out and destroy your whole heritage line the minute you decide to disconnect and focus for a few hours. Relax, okay? I've been doing this practically for 3 years, where I literally, right now, no one can get through to me. And guess what? Nothing bad has happened. No emergencies has come up. No fires have started. Nothing's gonna happen for a few hours. Number 2, you can cut the cord. Take charge of your notifications by turning off your phone or other notification-prone devices. Your phone needs to stay on, just silence it in a faraway room. You can also go a step further and again, turn on airplane mode. Now nothing in it either can distract you, meaning you can stay totally focused on a task at hand. And here's another thing. When you have your notifications turned off, this allows you to psychologically separate from your phone. Like, you're no longer expecting anything to distract you, and that will deepen your focus even more. Like right now, because I know I'm not gonna get pulled away from anything, it's allowing me to focus completely on it. I'm not thinking, oh, I should be checking my phone. I'm not thinking that at all, because I know there's nothing that matters right now but doing this work. So by getting rid of the constant chimes and things, notifications, you'll create a serene and focused environment you can do your best work in. Even better, since you're no longer expecting to be pulled away from a task, the quality of focus will deepen and you'll get more done in less time, just like I was saying. Alright, distraction number 5, non-essentials. Why does the bathroom become so appealingly clean once you sit down to work? Non-essential stuff like chores and errands are insidious distractions because they leave you feeling productive when in reality you aren't. Taking care of the non-essentials is another version of procrastination. It can distract you from what really matters, the task at hand. So here's some effective strategies to eliminate the distractions and stay on track. Number 1, find the root cause. Address the underlying reason for your urge to procrastinate. And this is kind of more so like emotional intelligence, because you're addressing the root cause, the reason. So, are you overwhelmed by the work? Break it down into smaller, more manageable steps. Are you unsure what to do? Create a step-by-step game plan based on clear instructions that you can easily follow. Are you just feeling lazy? Then use discipline on board and push forward. By understanding and tackling the root cause of procrastination, you'll find it's much easier to set focus while getting up to attend the relevant matters, right? Number 2, remember your priorities. Consider whether picking up envelope stamps is more important than hitting the gym, or if a clean bathroom is actually urgent. In most cases, non-essentials can wait while you concentrate on tasks that contribute significantly to your goals. Direct your attention to what truly matters, and the pool of non-essential distractions will wane, right? So just always know what matters to you more. Does it matter that you have to clean your bathroom, or does it matter that you're going to go ahead and go to the gym? If you can ask yourself that question, 9 times out of 10 you'll see, oh wait, the gym matters, I'm going to do that, I'll get to the bathroom later. Number 3, free your mind. Compile a list of non-essentials that you plan to tackle later. Writing them down offloads information from your mind onto paper, easing its hold on your focus. By creating a physical record of these tasks, you give yourself permission to set them aside for now, allowing you to channel your mental energy toward more critical work. Alright, distraction number 6, people. This is a big distraction for me. It might be one for you too. I'm going to put 6 right here. Let me go ahead and change that real quick. Also, do you notice? Oh, you probably won't be able to see it, but I only have one tab right now. So, practicing what I preach. So distraction number 6, people. If you've ever grown up in a big family, then you know firsthand how distracting people can be. Just as you get into the flow, someone bursts in with news that could have easily waited, or you're doing work with a friend, but they start talking, and before you know it, 20 minutes have passed. While it's difficult to completely stop people from breaking your focus, there are steps you can take to decrease their frequency and stay in the zone far longer than not. So number 1, rise and shine. Work when the world is asleep. There's a reason why hugely successful people start the day at 5 a.m. No one is awake. With no one to disturb your flow, you can indulge in at least 2 hours of uninterrupted focused work. And this is what I do. This is the main reason why I get up at 4 a.m. I tell this to everybody I know. I get up at 4 a.m. because you're not up. So I can focus on myself and what I gotta do and my goals. Number 2, get assertive. Claim your workspace as a distraction-free zone by displaying a bold, do not disturb, I'm working sign on your door. While some may disregard it, stand firm in your resolve to stay focused. Kindly but firmly explain that you're in work mode and prefer not to be disturbed. Stay consistent with your resolution to not entertain people when your working sign is up, and eventually get the message and back off. And this is what I do. Like literally, I had like a sign on my door, and I live with my parents, so when I first did this, they still came in. But I stayed firm, and I told them, I'm working. Like, I didn't smile, I didn't offer any like, hi, no, I'm working. Can you wait? I'm working. Can you wait? They eventually got the message, and when they saw the sign was up, they started waiting. They started respecting my time. And it can be hard to do this. Some people can't do that. But if you can do it, I suggest you do that because it's very effective. Alright. Number 3, find a quiet space. Escape the distractions if you use your surroundings by finding other places to do your work. Reserve a quiet room at the library, go to the park, sit in your car, go somewhere you know you won't be distracted by others. I have worked in my car plenty of times. Okay? Because sometimes people are so aggy. You just gotta find some place you can go that's quiet. Number 4, acceptance. Sometimes the best way to handle distractions is to accept them with grace. Instead of scolding those who barge in, let them see you engrossed in work. More often than not, they'll realize the importance of your focus and naturally step back. Embracing the moment can transform distractions into opportunities for understanding and mutual respect. And I do this too. Like, sometimes I will say, if my parents come in, I'll look at them and just be kinder. And that's actually been a little bit better, because now they'll like, if they see I'm working, they'll be like, oh, I'll back off. Rather than sometimes the reverse effect can happen when you're like firm. They can be like, oh, you being firm? Well, then I'm gonna do this anyway, right? So sometimes embracing the distraction can help as well. It just depends on how you want to play it. Alright, distraction number 7, illness. Your health is a critical factor in determining the quality and duration of your focus. When illness strikes, focusing becomes almost impossible. Like, it's easy for you to do work when you have a cold and you have a sore throat and you feel like you're dying. Of course not, right? So it's always essential to prioritize your well-being and take practical steps to eliminate factors that compromise your health. So number 1, regular exercise. Regular exercise doesn't mean sweaty, lengthy workout sessions. A simple 20-minute walk can do wonders for your health. As long as you're incorporating more movement into your day, like recreational sports, walking your pet, or even housework, you know it's a huge difference in your focus and vitality throughout the day. Alright, just get that exercise in. Number 2, eat properly. Exercise, sleep, which we're going to get into later, and your diet. Those are the top tier things for enhancing your focus and staying focused, right? So the food you consume directly impacts your health and focus. Ditch fast food and excessive sweets and opt for balanced whole meals. Increase your intake of fruits and vegetables while cutting back on unhealthy meats. Eat with satiation, don't overindulge, and stay hydrated. Also, consult a trained nutritionist or dietitian for personal advice, because I'm not eating that, okay? Number 3, sleep. Ensure you get 7 to 8 hours rest of sleep every night, because this is going to reserve your mental energy. And like we said in the beginning, your mental energy is the one thing you should be protecting. And you need to recharge that, right? So lack of sleep is a huge distraction, because when you aren't well rested and recharged, neither is your mental energy. So get on a consistent sleep schedule and bedtime routine to promote healthy sleep habits. That's why at 7 p.m., I'm getting ready for bed. At 8 p.m., I'm in bed. At 4 a.m., I'm up. Every single day, 7 days out of the week, even on the weekend. Why? Because getting that 7 to 8 hours sleep consistently is so important. So a well-rested mind and body are essential for sustained focus and productivity. Number 4, manage stress. Stress can manifest as illness in both the mind and body. Embrace grounding practices such as meditation, yoga, or forest bathing to alleviate stress and promote relaxation. Stress is the killer of everything, so try your best to find ways to de-stress yourself, okay? Take quality breaks from work and surround yourself with people who uplift you. Focus on aspects of life within your control and let go of unnecessary stressors. Distraction number 8, loud noises. We live in a pretty noisy world, from the constant rumble of cars and planes, the chatty cell phone conversations and blurry TVs. Finding a moment of peace can seem impossible. And you might be thinking, what? Noises don't distract me. If you literally aren't distracted by noises, you can just go on to the next session, because I do have timestamps on this. But noises definitely distract you. Like they have an effect on your productivity, on your concentration. There have been studies on this. You might not be able to consciously notice it. You might not consciously notice it, but it is doing its damage on you, right? So here's some practical ways to eliminate noises as best as you can. Number 1, find quiet havens. Find somewhere that's generally quiet where you can work. The public library is a great option. There are generally quiet rooms you can reserve to work. You can reserve to work distraction free. If you have a car, like I've done so many times, consider sitting aside. Or if you can tolerate some background noise, a coffee house might be a suitable choice. Discovering a generally quiet space can be a game changer in your quest for focus, right? And there are some things where you can't have music in. It depends on the work you're doing. Like if you're doing focus work, like you're writing something, it may be better to not have music on, not have anything on. But if you're doing like more work that's just you doing routine things, then yeah, you can have music. So just use this to your discretion, right? Number 2, noise canceling solutions. I love how I can't spell right now. I can't spell. So invest in noise canceling headphones or play soothing brown noise to drown out the external world. These tools can help you replace distracting noises you can't control for a more calming background, allowing you to concentrate without being overwhelmed. Number 3, early mornings again. Rising early gives you the best guarantee for a few hours of peace and quiet. As the world sleeps, you'll be free to focus deeply, avoid distractions, and make real progress on your most meaningful work. And while you may have to deal with the occasional snoring, the early morning hours is generally a good quiet time for taking care of your top priorities. Distraction number 9, cluttered work environment. A cluttered work environment can unknowingly hijack your focus and drain your energy. As the saying goes, a messy room equals a messy mind. And this actually has big implications. Like, the brain, you these are things you aren't conscious of, but the brain is aware of every single thing in your room, and the brain hates messes. It will focus on the mess, and that will drain your energy, your mental energy more. That's why it feels so good. Like, you feel so good when you enter like a clean room rather than enter a messy room, because you'll have everything. But when it's a clean room, you have that space like, oh, this is nice, right? So a cluttered work environment can really dampen your concentration. So with a few simple steps, you can transform your workspace into a haven of clarity and productivity. And if you don't really believe that a work environment, a cluttered mess can dampen your productivity, focus, your energy, look it up online. You will see. Look at some studies, okay? So number 1, throw things out. Embrace the power of decluttering by throwing out unnecessary belongings. Our possessions can weigh on our minds, consuming valuable mental space and energy. Challenge yourself to discard one item every day, freeing your mind from the burden of unnecessary possessions. In time, you'll experience a liberating feeling of an unburdened mind, ready to focus on more important matters. Number 2, daily tidying. Incorporate a daily tidying routine, spending just 5 minutes in the morning and evening to organize your space. Make your bed, return items to proper places, and tidy your desk. Similar to exercise, a small daily effort can have a profound impact over time. By tidying up twice a day, you're ensure that cluttered mess has no chance to form. And this is what I do. I clean up as soon as I wake up in the morning. I make my bed, I get everything tidy, and I clean up before I go to sleep. Twice a day. It does not take long, and it keeps everything clean in its place. Number 3, designate spots. Assign specific spots for your belongings to maintain an orderly and predictable environment. Keep your clothes in your closet, dress your laundry basket, avoiding the temptation to leave them scattered around. Designate a spot for your shoes and utilize a small basket for your keys and wallet. Just have a certain space where you have things at. And this also helps you know where everything is at, right? Because a lot of people lose time because they lose things and trying to find things. But if you have a certain spot for everything, you'll know exactly where everything is. No thought needed. By keeping a clean environment, you free your mind to focus on the work in front of you and not on the scattered mess hanging around. And the final distraction is an inebriated mind. Substances may have varying effects on focus and creativity. While some artists and writers find inspiration, an inebriated mind hinders productivity and focus for most. If you struggle to concentrate due to substance use, consider using these strategies to eliminate this distraction and regain control of your focus. Number 1, the timing matters. Refrain from waking and baking if it hinders focus during crucial work hours. Complete tasks before indulging, ensuring that your mind is clear and focused on what matters. Remember, enjoyment can be savored once your work is done, right? So I'm not saying you have to quit smoking, but don't do it in the morning, because that's going to hurt your focus. Number 2, honor your schedule. Know what your schedule looks like and respect it. If you know you'll be busy and can't finish your work until later, refrain from taking substances that will mess with your mind. Even if you're confident in a worth and time, use discipline and delay gratification. There's always tomorrow for mindless pleasure, but your work needs your focused mind today. Number 3, opt for sobriety. The most straightforward way to eliminate distractions of an inebriated mind is to avoid inebriation altogether. Choosing sobriety creates a clear and straightforward path to focused productivity and optimal performance. Now, eliminating distractions is a powerful way to unlock the focus, to unlock the potential. What am I saying right now? Eliminating distractions is a powerful way to unlock the full potential of your focus. No matter what distractions you're dealing with, by getting rid of them, you can unlock insane levels of focus that take you much further in less time than you ever imagined. And this is literally why I've been able to make this entire video in one sitting. Why? Because I'm not getting distracted. I'm completely focused on what needs to get done. And then when I finish this, I'm just gonna do whatever I want. That's how powerful focus is. You get the things that matter. You get the things that matter done, and then you have the rest of the day to focus on whatever you want. Now, I thought I had something else put up here, but I don't. So this is the end of the video. If you are interested in working with me, I will have an application in the bottom in my description to go check out. But regardless, you know exactly what is distracting you, the 10 most common distractions. So look out for those. Ensure you don't let them take you away from the work that needs to get done. And I promise you, if you can stay focused more times than you get distracted, you will be the rare group of people who makes a big difference in their lives, who achieve their goals and achieve success and whatever the man you're looking for, right? But again, If you're interested in working with me, I have an application in the description. But regardless, I will see you later for another video.